How do you put San Antonio on the tech block when it comes to startups, when it comes to, perhaps most importantly, employees? David Hurd is the CEO of TechBlock. He joins us live now for this KSAT Q&A. David, appreciate the time as always. A tech district, a lot of what the talk has been recently. When you talk about a technology district, what does that mean? And is it, is it boundaries? Is it basically, downtown around Geekdom and the Westin Center and some of those other areas?
Steve, that's right. It's really a zone, a hub where a corridor along Houston Street downtown, in our case, where you'll find a dense cluster of smaller tech companies and startups. And also the people who work for these companies will have an assortment of places to live and enjoy life. In addition, there's even co-working spaces like Geekdom that will support your startup if you're trying to create one, and even places to learn and build tech schools like coding academies such as CodeUp, a new tech careers focused high school at SAISD called Cast Tech right there in the zone, and even a cybersecurity and data science degree programs at UTSA downtown. So you've got backpacks, you got workers, you got places to live and places to enjoy life, and it's all one big walkable urban tech neighborhood.
Some people might be hearing about this idea for the very first time and wondering what's the benefit, especially for people who may not be part of the technology industry. What does this do in your mind for San Antonio as a whole?
Well, the tech industry is really a battle for talent. Other industries have this too, but the number one driver for the growth of a tech scene in any city is the availability of a skilled workforce in technology. And these workers are difficult to attract and also retain when we have individuals, young students and others who obtain tech skills. Often they hit the road and go to places that are more known for tech. San Antonio doesn't really have a deep history in tech, but we've come a long way in the last 5-10 years. And when you have a zone like this, it really shows that you've got a vibrant tech scene. Young professionals like this kind of live, work, play, walkable urban zone for tech. It helps us sell San Antonio to the world as a place to build a startup and build a tech career. During the pandemic, there's a lot of workers and companies that are on the move. And we've got an opportunity to sell San Antonio to them if we can lever the kind of resources and assets that we have in San Antonio. The tech district's a big part of that.
Talk about TechBlock itself. Obviously, it's been a few years now since TechBlock started, and its mission is really a lot of the things you just described. How has that changed, and what are the metrics you look at that say, okay, we are attracting some of these employees and startups to our city as opposed to Austin or maybe Silicon Valley or maybe some of the other areas?
Yeah, Steve. And Steve, I know you've watched this since we founded TechBlock in 2015. I can remember you reporting on it. We were just looking for a seat at the table back then. The tech industry fairly new on the scene here in terms of our economic growth. We've had a long history in tourism, military, healthcare, but tech, newer to the table. And we didn't really have weight down at City Hall and at the county courthouse like we do today. We were trying to get Uber and Lyft back in the city back then. What's happened now is we're really focused on tech job creation and workforce development and bringing more tech skilled workforce to San Antonio, whether it's growing our own or attracting more talent to town to power the growth of those companies. That's really our focus. And so our metrics, I think at the most basic level, is how many tech jobs are we creating and how many new workers are we bringing to San Antonio?
You were one of the main voices back when there was such a push to get ride sharing, Uber and Lyft in San Antonio, and now that's a way of life for so many people in just a few years since our city has welcomed those services. But in terms of creating a tech district, that more defined area, where are we in that progress in San Antonio?
We're about, I would say, 5 years in with regard to the idea that we should have an urban zone for that. Now, Graham Weston, the former chairman of Rackspace, has really been pioneering this idea for 7 to 10 years. And he's putting his money where his mouth is, along with other developers, to build out these spaces downtown for the tech companies. But I would say, it's really ramped in the last 5 years. But understand, we are in competition with other cities who have tech zones, tech hubs, tech districts, urban downtown areas for these types of startups. So I would say we're still in early days, but we can point to a cluster now that gives us something to sell. And I think it's only going to get better over the years.
Now, obviously, like you said, it's still growing, still attracting some of these companies. Did the pandemic hurt that effort? I'm guessing it did. And how optimistic are you that we're going to get to the goal that TechBlock wants to see?
Yeah, Steve, the tech industry in general flourished during the pandemic. I don't say that as a celebration because there was a lot of pain and hardship associated with the pandemic. But of course, everybody had to digitize. The problem for the tech industry is that the larger companies really benefited disproportionately. The small startups, they always struggle to get traction. They're in the earliest moments of life, and they're still building teams. And so when you have people working from home and you have the tech district, which is a startup zone, going dark for a long period of time, that really hurts the startup scene. So I would say we have work to do coming out of the pandemic with regard to our startup ecosystem, and they need our help and support. And so that's why we threw the rally last week to reboot the tech district, to add some energy and try to get people reconnecting again.
David Heard, CEO of TechBlock, thanks so much for being here with us for the Q&A tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, David. We'll see you back.